All right, so I want to start with how you can set up your account with FXTM. So the first thing you do is you you go to FXTM websites. That is the forextime.com. The full name of FXTM is ForexTime. So you go to forextime.com, and once you have registered already, you just have to log in. Once you have registered, and if you have registered, just log in. And after you log in, you would see all the tabs on your dashboard. You would see all the tab there. Someone asked about this referral, refer a friend and get $25 per referral. It is one of their promos. So you get your own personal link that you share with people. And it is that link that when you share it with people, and they join using your link, and they activate a and they activate their account with a minimum deposit required by FXTM, and they trade the required lot size required by FXTM, you would get the $25 referral bonus. But you may not really necessarily stress yourself about that. So once you have opened your account, you can check your account overview here. You can download your MT4 here, but I've already sent you the setup for the MT4 already. And this is where you verify your profile, my document. My document, that's where you verify your profile. That's where you set that's where you set your document, you upload all your documents, and your profile is of course your profile. Then every other thing may not really be necessary, but you can explore them, you can play around with everything that you see there. You can just play around with whatever you see there. So when you have verified your account, you would be notified that you verified your account, and you should have received a call from someone from FXTM, that is your account manager. If you are yet to receive a call, you will receive the call. Another broker that you might be interested in is Altforex. Those are the two brokers I use, but I prefer FXTM because with FXTM, I can with FXTM you have access to up to four different currencies. Yeah, you have access to four different currencies. You have access to Nigerian naira, you have access to Great Britain pound, you have access to the US dollars, you have access to the euro. So with FXTM, you can have access to the four accounts with your singular profile. So all you have to do is just do internal transfers, transfer your fund from wherever it is to wherever you want to go. If you want to trade with Naira, just transfer your fund to the Nigerian account. If you want to trade with pound, you can transfer your money to Great Britain pound. And if you want to trade with USD, transfer your money to USD. And as a starter, you can open a cent account. A cent account, of course, $1 is 100 cents. So a cent account is more of an account you can use to practice instead of using a demo account. A demo account, it is not your money involved, it is a virtual money. So it is more like a fake money that you are trading with if you are trading with a demo account. So you may not really feel a thing if you lose on a demo account, because you would have the mind that okay, it's a demo account, there is nothing to lose. But if you open a cent account with as low as 1,000 naira, you can open a cent account with as low as 1,000 naira. But I think the minimum your broker can allow is 5,000. Is 5,000. So you can open a cent account with as low as 5,000 naira, or you can even try 2,000 or 2,500. I think they would accept 2,000 or 2,500. You can open a cent account with as low as that, and all you need to do is just open a trading account here. Then once you click on open a trading account, you select your account type. If you're opening a cent account, you pick FXTM cent. If you don't want the cent account, you pick FXTM standard. So those are the two I would recommend you to work with. Forget about every other thing that you are seeing there. But if you want to play around, you can just play around on them. But the ones that are useful for you is FXTM cent and FXTM standard. FXTM cent is for a cent account. FXTM standard is a standard account that you can trade with as low as $100, $50, more of dollar account with any minimum required capital. With a cent account, you can start trading on a cent account with as low as 2,000 naira. So you can pick FXTM cents, then you can okay. Good. The minimum deposit for FXTM cents, you can see it here is 1,000 naira. So 1,000 naira, you can start trading on FXTM cents as low as 1,000 naira. So once you pick FXTM cents, you can either pick Nigerian naira or USD. I don't trade on euro and pound. I trade on dollar and naira. So you can either pick USD or naira. If you pick naira, that means you'll be trading with 1,000 naira. That will be about 1,000 naira times 361,000 kobo. No, three no 36,100 kobo. Yeah, so it's going to be, you are going to multiply 1,000 naira by cents converted to kobo. So it will be converted to kobo rather. So you just, if you pick USD, automatically, if you start with $5, automatically you are going to see 500 cents. So it's just going to convert whatever you are trading with to cents. So you can pick USD, you can pick naira. So this is the account leverage I spoke on, where you pick, you can see 1 to 25, 1 to 30, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 250. These are the account leverage. The broker, these are the account leverage the broker offers. So you can pick anyone you feel you want. I use 1 to 1,000 most of the time. So you create your own password. You create your own password by yourself. So once you created your password, you confirm your password, you open the account. Okay, let's go with everything. So get open account. Okay, sorry, I picked USD. So open account. So it will bring out your account info. So you have opened a live account. So all you need to do now is to send money to your broker. So since you are starting with as low as 1,000 naira, just pick bank transfer. Don't use credit or debit card. Use bank transfers. So you can pick any bank that is convenient for you, any bank of your choice. You can pick any bank that is convenient for you. So once you pick the bank that is convenient for you, just click on deposit. If you pick Zenith Bank, for example, if you pick Zenith Bank, for example, it's going to display the account details of Zenith Bank. So that's, if you want Zenith, this is Zenith Bank. You tell them which account you want to send it to. Then you send Naira because you are transferring Naira. So Naira. So this is the account you would send the money to. This is the account you will send the money to. FXTM Trading WA Limited. This is the account number. And this is another one. So you just send it. So that is how you send money to your broker. So once the money has been credited to your wallet, you are going to get the money in. You go to account overview. Once the money has been credited to your wallet, you will receive a mail that the money, your wallet has been credited. So once you receive the mail that your wallet has been credited, you will come to your dashboard. You come to your dashboard, and you would also receive a mail of your trading account details. So you come to your dashboard, you would see it here. You would see everything here. So this is your trading account. So this is your wallet. So once they fund your wallet, you get wherever they fund it to, you get the balance here. So once you've gotten the balance here, all you have to do is internal transfers. So once you click on internal transfers, it will take you, they will ask you where do you want to transfer the money from, and to where, how much you want to transfer, and to which account you want to transfer it to. So you click confirm, they will send you a PIN code to your phone. Then you enter the PIN code in the next tab. Once you click on confirm, to take you to another page where you enter the PIN they send to your phone number. So once you enter the PIN and confirm that, also it will automatically reflect on your trading account. Yeah, it will automatically reflect here. So you can see that this is $3.97 on here. And if I show you the wallet here, if I show you the wallet here, you would see the same $3.97. You would see same $3.97 because this is the account I am currently trading with. I have made withdrawals on my account. So you can see this is what I have left that I'm trading with. So I think that is that about how to use forex time. Now to confirm, to verify your document, let's try and see how it looks like registering for the first time. Okay, if you want to open a demo account, so you just come to demo account here. If you want a demo account, let's see. Now, once you have registered, you can just click on this. It will bring out your profile. My profile is approved already because I have uploaded all the documents they need and all that. So you can just if your account is not approved, you would see verification needed. So once you open that, it would show you how you can get everything done. It will show you how you can get everything done. I'm trying to log out so we can. Okay, good. Now let's click on register for the first time. Okay, this might mean I have to re-register uh, as a new account, and that may not work well with me. But you can just do everything I've said already. Once you log in, it will take you to where you need to verify your account and all that. Now, let's check for Hot Forex that I suggested also. Now, this is Hot Forex. They are also cool. Now, the only difference between, or the two differences between Hot Forex and FXTM. Number one, Hot Forex, if you want to trade on a dollar account with Hot Forex, you need just one account for it. You can't use one account to trade dollar, naira, pound, and euro. You can only use one account for one currency. That's for Hot Forex. But for FXTM, you can use one account to trade all the four currencies. That is one advantage of Forex time, FXTM over Hot Forex. Now, the advantage of Hot Forex over FXTM is that when you want to withdraw from Hot Forex, or when you want to withdraw from Hot Forex, their withdrawal takes 24 hours, nothing less than 24 hours. I mean, nothing less than 24 hours. 24 hours. And they don't deduct any commission from your withdrawal. But FXTM, your withdrawal will come in within 24 hours. And when I mean within 24 hours, if you process a withdrawal in the morning, latest in the evening, if you process a withdrawal around 8, latest in the evening by 4, 5, 6, you would have received your money. But for Hot Forex, if you process a withdrawal in the morning, you are getting it the following day. But FXTM, if you process a withdrawal in the morning, you get it in the evening. But FXTM will deduct 1.5% commission on any withdrawal you are making. 1.5% commission. So that is the difference between the two. So you can decide for yourself. I prefer FXTM because I like getting my withdrawal the day I make it, and I don't mind about the 1.5% commission anyway. So I think that's that about setting up your brokerage account. Now let's go through how you can use your MT4. Let's go through how you can use your MT4. Now after you've installed your MT4, it would show this is how it will be for the first time. For the first time, this is how it's going to look like. It's going to look like this green, black, this white, and all that, and all that, and all that. This is how it's going to look like for the first time. Then, just as you are able to customize your trading view, you can also customize your forex, your MT4. Now, if you remember from what we've learned, this is a bar chart. This is not a candlestick. This is a bar chart. So you can change it from bar chart to a candlestick at this point. So you change to candlestick, so you can see it has changed to green and white. Before it was just green. Now it is green and white. If you pick line, you can see that's line graph. So candlestick, you can see that, and bar chart, you can see that. So leave it as candlestick. Then if you want to edit, it, so you just right click on it, you go to properties. Now this is where you edit everything. So background, you can change your background to white. You can change your foreground to none. You don't want any foreground. Then you can change your grid. You don't want grid, so remove the grid. Bar up, you can change that one to black. Bar down, you can change that to black also. Bull candle, you can change it to, you can leave it as black. Bear candle, you can leave it as white. Me, I like black and white, so like you notice most of my charts are black and white. Line graph, you can put none, or you can put it as white. Anyone. But let's leave it. Okay, I'm not sure what line graph is for. The volume, you can take away the volume. Ax line, you can leave it as red. Stop level, you can leave it as red. So you leave it as okay. So you can see it is now pure white and black. So I like my chart like this. So you can see that if I try to move my chart, it is not going beyond this level. The reason is because I have to click on this. So once I click on this, it can move to this level. But if I remove it, it will take me there, and I don't like it the way it is. So I click on this, it is at this point. So this is for your trend line. If you want to draw trend line, just click on this. Then you can draw your trend line from anywhere you want to draw it from. So you can see that. And then you can draw your trend line again from here to here. So you can see that's how trend line is drawn anywhere. It's as simple as that. There is no paparazzi, no technicalities in drawing a trend line. It is as simple as that. Just make sure that one end is touching the line. Just make sure the line is touching the tip of your candlestick shadow. If you want to draw your support and horizontal support and resistance, just pick horizontal line. Just put it there. You can see that this is a support here, this is a resistance here, this is another resistance here. You can pick another one, can put it up here, put it up here. You can see that resistance. So it's as simple as that. Now, if you don't want to be doing this all the time, if you don't want to be customizing your chart all the time, you can just right click and go to templates. You click on save template. So you can name the template to anything, practice, then you save it. So if you open a new chart window, it will bring it to you as if the first time. So all you have to do is instead of going to properties and start editing it all over and over again, just go to, you just right click it, go to templates, look for what you use to save your template. You use practice to save the template. So click on practice. You can see it's already there. So that is how that works. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. How you can set up your MT4 and your brokerage account. Now, I'm still going to explain how to use your MT4 on your phone. So, I'm going to do a video on that also, and I will share with everyone. But this video is on how to use your MT4 on your laptop and how to set up your brokerage account on your laptop. Of course, you can set up your brokerage account on your phone also. Just go to forextime.com, and once you get to forextime.com, just follow all the procedures that is being shown. If you are confused at any point, you can forward your screenshots to me. It's been a while I opened my account, so I may not remember all the details of opening an account. And of course, these guys update themselves almost all the time. So what worked for me then may not be what they are using right now. But nevertheless, the website is in your control. Explore it. If there is anything you're not cleared with, you can give me a phone call or send me a message. And when you receive a phone call from your account manager, don't hesitate to ask your account manager questions. Your account manager is there to guide you on how to set up your account, how to make sure that you have your account up and running. So don't hesitate to ask your account manager questions. Ask them questions. Tell them you are not clear about something. Tell them what to do about a particular thing, and try and get your documents also ready, your driver's license or international passport or voter's card or national ID card, any of the four. You will need it. Then you would need your account statement, your bank account statement, or utility bills, any of the two. So you need any of account statements and utility bills, or and you need any of account statements or utility bills and any of national ID card, international passport, voter's card. You need any of that too, or international passport. So I think at this point we should move on to, okay, before we move on to market structure, let's check a live chart and let's put into practice everything we learned so far this week. I don't want to rush the class. I want you to understand it as we are moving gradually. I want you to understand it as we are moving gradually. So I don't want to rush the class at all. That's why I'm taking my time to explain most of these things on the Telegram group so that you can understand why I am doing some things, why I am picking some trades, why I am getting out of some trades, and all that. So let's look at some live chat examples. Today is Friday. The market will close once it is 11 p.m. The market will close for the weekend or for the week, and the weekend you have the weekend all to yourself. Then once it is 11 p.m. on Sunday, the market opens again, and then business is up again. So that is the cycle. And I need to clear something. You don't have to sit with your system 24 hours, 7 days. You don't have to sit with your system 24 hours, Monday to Friday. That is, even full time traders don't do that. So all you need to do is have a trading schedule for yourself. Create a trading schedule for yourself. If you want to trade, if you want to be checking your trades only in the morning, if you want to be checking your chat only in the morning, set your time for yourself. If you want to be checking your chat only in the evening, set your time for yourself. As for me, my favorite time of checking the chat is at night. But nonetheless, if I am free during the day and I am with my system, I check the chat. But if I have something to do during the day, I don't stress myself on the chat. I don't run after money on the chat. I check what I want to check. If I am not seeing anything interesting, I close the chat. If I am seeing something interesting, I take advantage of it. So as you can see, this is Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin has been falling seriously, and it is currently at 3,200. So there are still expectations that Bitcoin will fall lower, most likely as low as 1,000 or 750 or 500. But then we'll see how deep the fall of Bitcoin is. That is for Bitcoin. Now let's check a currency and see how we can put in practice all we've learned about support, resistance, and trend line and all that. Now I also need to explain something about time frame. I don't think I've spoken about time frame, and most of you might be wondering. Let me show you my MT4 chart. So I'm not going to rush the class. If you are not able to start market structure tonight, I am okay, but I want you to understand some basic things so that when we get to market structure, if you understand what I am trying to explain tonight, once we get to market structure, you are going to be moving with the speed of light. But if you don't understand this, when we get to market structure, you won't be cleared about some things, and that would not be good on my own part. So now, um, if you look at this area, you will see M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, W1, and MN. Now, these are the chart time frame, the market time frames. I explained this briefly in one of the videos, and what I explained was that what this means is that M1 simply means 1 minute. If I click on M1, it will take me, we are still on the same chart, on the same currency. Let me use a currency so that's okay. I think this one is not bad either. Now this is not a currency, this is an index. This is stock index, the US stock index, S&P 500. I trade that one too. There are a lot of things you can trade on forex. I said this in our first video, so that is by the way. Now this is M1. What this M1 mean is that one candle one candle this one candle takes 1 minute to form. This candle takes 1 minute to form. If we stay on this page long enough, we would, every minute we stay on this page, one candle will form. You can see how it is spiking. Now, if you go to M5, you can see that it will take one candle 5 minutes to form. That's what the time frame is saying. It will take one candle 5 minutes to form. If you go to M15, it means it will take one candle 15 minutes to form. We are still on the same chart. The difference is that we are moving from the lowest time frame to higher time frames. You can see if you check the price here, this is 2,600. If you go to M5, it is still the same 2,600. If you go to M15, it is still the same 2,600. The difference is that it will take one, we are just moving from the time frames. It's like if you travel on a bike, if you trek from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, if you are trekking from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, it will take you, let's say it will take you 3 days non-stop. Let's assume it will take you 3 days to trek from Ile-Ife to Ibadan. If you go on a bike from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, Okay. Let me put it this way. Let's assume that if you trek from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, it will take you 24 hours, a whole 24 hours. If you trek from if you now take bike from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, it will take you 6 hours. Just assuming it will take you 6 hours. But if you take a bus from Ile-Ife to Ibadan, let's assume you take an average bus, it will take you about 1 hour. If you go on your own personal car and you're a fast driver, you can get to Ibadan in 30 minutes. You can see that we are going to the same place, but the time to get to that same place is different based on your ride. If you go by foot, 24 hours. If you go by bike, 6 hours. If you go by an average bus, 1 hour. If you go by your own personal car, 30 minutes. So we are on the same chart. We are just moving from different time frames. So if you go to M30, M30 means that one candle will take 30 minutes to form. One candle will take 30 minutes to form. If you go to H1, that means one candle will take 1 hour to form. If you go to H4, it means one candle will take 4 hours. H4 means 4 hours, H1 means 1 hour, M30 means 30 minutes, M15 means 15 minutes. So if you go to H4, what you're saying is that one candle will take 4 hours to form. If you go to D1, D1 means that one candle will take a whole 24 hours, one day to form. If you go to W1, you are saying that one candle takes 1 week to form. Can you see that this what we are seeing here is similar to what we are seeing here? The difference is that the number of candle has reduced because one candle will take 1 week to form. In this one black candle, let's draw a triangle so we can. In this one black candle, can you see it? This one black candle. If you go to D1, can you see the same rectangle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's because we drew it from. Let's try and reduce it. Okay, it's already fixed to grid, so it has picked another week. So that's why. But you can see that inside this box we have one candle, but when we go to D1, inside the same box we have more than one candles. So that if you now this same box, so if you go to H4, you can see that the number of candles are increasing when we go to lower time frames. If you go to H1, you can see the number of candles have increased. This same box that has just one candle in W1, can you see how the number of candles is increasing as you are going to lower time frames? If you go to M30, you can see. If you go to 15 minutes, you can see. Can you see? Now, what this is saying is that the lower you go on your time frames, the higher the noise in the market. All these things you are seeing, they call them fractals or noise. Fractals or noise. And what they mean is that the market keeps moving in a swing, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. So, and because the market is moving in ups and downs, there are going to be some ups and some downs that are unnecessary. Yeah, what I mean is that there are going to be some market reactions that are unnecessary. So, if you now go to lower time frames, those unnecessary ups and downs are what you'll be seeing. For example, M1. If you look at this now, there are so many things that are unnecessary here that if I go to H1, it would have sieved out most of them. You may now be wondering that, okay, I didn't talk about MN. MN simply means it will take one candle 1 month to form. That's MN. You can see this is all the charts you have been seeing. It started from here and ended here. So can you see? This is just from here to here. That is for monthly. There is no yearly on this one. So if you go to weekly, you can see that it has increased. You can see that it has increased. So you may be asking yourself that which time frame is the best to trade on. It depends now. When we get to the mentorship classes, you are going to understand that there are different kind of traders. There are some traders who enjoy trading on the weekly charts. Traders who enjoy trading on the weekly charts are traders who can leave one trade for a whole year. They will enter the trade around here. They will enter the trade around there and they will leave it for a whole year till you get to this place. And people in this class are the Warren Buffett, the Donald Trump, the Robert Kiyosaki, all those big boys in the market. They are the ones that are focused on the weekly chart. They don't care. They don't care about the noise that happens during the day or in 4 hours or in 1 hour. All they care about is the long. They see forex as more of a long-term investment, and that is what I am encouraging us also to. I'm encouraging us to treat it in that way. They see it more as a long-term investment. Once they invest in it at the beginning of the year, they leave it till the end of the year. Most of them would put their money in around middle of January till December, first week in December, they start cashing out. And that is why this period of December, the liquidity in the markets reduces. Liquidity means the number of participants in the market. People, big investors are already cashing out of the market. And as you can see, I'm also not really trading heavily. You can see my balance here. I am just playing around with the small balance I have and just catching some small pips up and down like that. So you can see at this time of the year, people are not trading heavily because we are in the holidays period, festive mood. People are planning vacations, family vacations. They are planning to go out with family. They are planning to go out on picnic. They are planning to go for holidays. So people are already cashing out from most of their investments to enjoy, to spend time with their family or something similar to that. So at this period, the liquidity in the market is going down. So at that, most of them middle of January, they'll start thinking of investment for the year. Of course, they would have thought about investment for the year, but they'll start doing active investment when the year comes. So that is just by the way. So still on which of the time frame is the best to trade on. When we get to the mentorship class, I'm going to explain further on the different kind of traders we have. In fact, that is where we're going to start our mentorship class from. And the mentorship class will start in January by God's grace. The mentorship class starts in January by God's grace. And if you are not aware before, the mentorship class is 2,000 naira per month, just 2,000 naira per month. And I don't think that is too much for you to learn something every month, just 2,000 naira per month. So once we start the mentorship class, I'm going to explain the different kind of traders we have. We have different kind of traders. We have some traders who trade for the long-term benefits. We have some traders who trade for the short-term, for the medium-term benefits, and we have some traders who trade for the short-time benefit, and we still have some traders who trade for the shortest time possible benefit. And let me just give you an idea. The people who trade for the shortest time benefits are called the scalpers. They're the ones who look for the small pips in the market and you just try to squeeze out the small pips in the market. They look for 5 pips, they look for 10 pips. The maximum they look for is 30 pips on a singular trade. And we have the day or intraday traders. The day and intraday traders are the same thing. Day trader or intraday trader, they are the same thing. They are the people who open a trade in the morning and they don't leave any trade for more than 24 hours. And if per adventure they leave a trade for more than 24 hours, they don't leave any trade for more than 2 or 3 days. For more than 2 or 3 days, those are the intraday or day traders. And those ones they look for around minimum of 50 pips to 100 pips to 150 pips, maximum maybe on 150 or 200 pips. Those are the intraday or day traders. Most of them on the average is 100 pips they are looking for on the trade. And then we have the swing traders. The swing traders are the ones who are ready to leave a trade for at least 1 week. At least 1 week. They are ready to leave a trade for at least 1 week. When I say at least, that means that they are ready to leave a trade and not care about the trade for at least 1 week. That means they can go 2 weeks, they can go 3 weeks. Those are the swing traders, but most of them don't go more than a month. Most of the swing traders don't exceed 1 month. They do 1 week to 4 weeks. Now we have the position traders. This is where the Warren Buffett, the George Soros, the Robert Kiyosaki, this is where they are. The position traders. They are the position traders are the traders who leave a trade for at least 1 month. That means at least the lowest time they can leave a trade is 1 month. They don't care about what happens during the day. They leave it for months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Those are the position traders. So you can see for yourself that it depends on the kind of trader you had that will determine your time frame. As for me, I am in between day trader and swing trader. If I see the opportunity of day trading, I pick it. If I see the opportunity of swing trading, I pick it. But I am more of 60% swing trader I am 60% swing trader, 40% day trader. And I'm beginning to like scalping, even though it is very stressful. And I don't think I want to go fully to scalping, but I love day trading and swing trading. So when we get to that bridge, we're going to cross it. I'm going to teach everything so you can know for yourself which kind of trader you want to develop yourself in. You can develop yourself in any of the four levels of trading. So you are going to pick for yourself which level of trading do you want to pick yourself in. Now, what I've been doing this month, I've been more of day trading. More of day trading. If you notice on the video calls, when I show you my chart, most of the videos, most of the trades I pick in the from previous video will not be on the new video. Most of these trades now are not on the previous video we did because most of my trades is within 24 hours. They don't exceed 2 days so far this month because liquidity in the market has reduced. So the market is somehow unpredictable. So you have to be smart in this period to make the money, or else you will lose. Sorry, or else you will lose some money. Now, depending on the kind of trading you want to do, that's what will determine your time frame. But as a start for now, I would recommend you start with 4 hours. Start with 4 hours. When you open your charts, the first thing you should do is go to 4 hours. No, let's start with this. As a starter, the first thing you do when you open your chart is go to daily chart. That's what we call it, daily chart. On the daily charts, try to look for the support and resistance. Try to look for the support and resistance. Then once you see the support and resistance, go to the H4. Now let me put this in practice. Let's go to our live chart and let's see how we can put this in practice. Now, let's use an example of CAD JPY. This is an example of CAD JPY. Now I'm going to clean my chart for the sake of this class. So now look at this. Now, this is on a daily chart. This is the first thing you see on your daily chart. The first thing you do is you draw your support and resistance. Let's draw our resistance first around here. It was resistance here. Tried to be a resistance here, but it broke. Still serving as a resistance here. Let's take it a little lower. Okay, it broke the resistance at this level. Now we've drawn our resistance. Now let's identify our support. We can draw our support from here. You can see this is support here, this is support here, this is support here. Try and observe how I am drawing this so that when you start drawing your own, you would be able to draw it by yourself without stress. Now let's try and connect the shadows together. We connect this and we keep it going. Okay. Okay. Now you can see this was a trend support, trend support, trend support. And you can see it broke the trend support here. It retested it here. And now it is going down. From what I can see so far, the market is likely coming down to this level. The market is coming down to that level from what I can see. And this is simple enough for you to understand. Support, 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 broke the support, became a resistance, and it is coming down. So there are chances. I am currently on a sell. I'm currently on a sell of CAD JPY. I'm currently on a sell of CAD. You can see it here. This is it. So you can see I'm currently on a sell. So I'm going to explain how I picked my entry so that it is not enough to just know how to know when a trade will sell. It is the best thing for you to do to yourself is to know when a trade will sell and to know when to get in that trade. When to get in that trade. You can be very good analyzing a trade, but you can be wrong with your timing. You can be wrong with your entries. So now we know that this trade is going to sell. How do we know where to enter? So we go to 4 hour. We go to the H4. Now, when we get to the H4, let's try and minimize. No, don't need to minimize. Let's maximize it. Or let's connect these ones too. Try and connect this together. This is not well connected. It has to touch the tip. So you can see that. Okay. So connect this again. So you can see it has broken this again. So we can delete this. And for clarity, we can delete this as well. Now, let's go to 4 hour, 1 hour rather. On 1 hour, you can see another trend. So let's try and connect this also. You can see how we are just drawing time frame the lower as we are going on different lower time frames. Now, what I can see here is that if I want to enter this trade, remember I already entered. I already entered around here already. So, but we're looking at this, I can add to my position. That means I can still add another entry because looking at this, it touched this resistance here, this resistance here, this resistance here. There are chances that it will touch this resistance around here again before it starts coming down. Before it starts coming down. So if I have not entered initially, I would like to enter around 84.7 or 84.75. Or yeah, I would like to enter at 84.75. And my stop loss will be above here. My entry will be around here. My entry will be around here. And my stop loss will be around here. Because once it breaks this level, it is no more expecting this. It is coming here. So once it breaks this level, I'll wait and see what will happen here. So it will hit my stop loss and I'll be comfortable with the loss. And from here to here is about 25 pips stop loss. About 25 pips stop loss. So if you are using a 0.01, 25 pips stop loss means you are losing just $2.05. $2.50 rather. $2.50. If you are using a 0.01 lot size, that means you are losing just $2.50. If you are using 0.1 lot size, that means you are losing $25. If you are using 1.00, that means you are losing $250. So depends on your lot size. Don't forget that also. You can go over the videos we watched over after today's video and try and combine everything together. I don't want to rush into market structure because I know you are waiting for market structure. I don't want to rush into market structure. I want you to be able to pick trades using support and resistance and trend lines alone. Market structure should be an additional benefit to your trading skills. Everything we've learned this week is enough to get you started as a trader. That is the truth. Is enough to get you started as a trader. All we just need to work on is your psychology, your mindset, your understanding timing, understanding entries, knowing where to place your stop loss, knowing where to place your take profit. That's all we need to be working on now. So market structure, market geometry, they are all additional benefits, even though they are going to be very useful and they are going to make you a better trader. But what I'm saying is that everything we've learned so far this week is enough to make you a is enough to get you started as a trader. So I think I've explained how I can enter KJPY. From daily chart, we saw that the price is going down, but we go down to 4 hour, we see that it has broken another level. Then we go to 1 hour and we've identified our entry. So looking at this, today is Friday already. I would have said I'll be interested to add to my position, but today is Friday already. So I'll wait till Monday when the market opens and see how I can find a good entry for that. So what else do I want to talk about tonight? I don't think there's nothing much I want to talk about tonight. I don't think there is nothing anything much I want to talk about tonight. Okay, so most likely I'm going to start market structure on um, on Monday. And from what we have done so far, I hope that you use the weekend to set up your trading account. You get your documents ready if you don't have it. If you don't have it, you can try and get your document ready before the end of this year, so that by January you can start trading. But even if you don't have your document ready, you can still open a demo account. Yeah, you can still open a demo account and you can start, excuse me, you can start practicing on that demo account until you have all your documents ready. So, if you have any questions, you can send in your questions on the group. I would like to stop here tonight so that you can put everything we've learned this week together over the weekend so that by Monday we start market structure. I'm very certain we are going to finish market structure on Monday. On Tuesday, we are going to start market geometry. We can't finish market geometry on Tuesday because market geometry is, I like to call it the mathematical aspect of Forex. So that's where we talk about Fibonacci. That's where we talk about Elliott wave. That's where we talk about harmonic patterns and all. A lot of technicalities will come up in market geometry. So I'm taking my time for you to understand support and resistance and trend lines so that they are the simplest of the simplest you can understand in forex. Once you understand the market, once you understand the support and resistance with trend lines, market structure would be a piece of cake for you. And with market structure, support and resistance trend line, you can decide to forget about market geometry, even though I would not recommend that. Just to understand market geometry, even if you are not going to be using market geometry to trade, understand it so that when people are talking about it, you would understand what they are saying and you can learn from them. I have a lot of okay, I don't know how to put this, but I understand everything. That's why I'm able to teach you. Doesn't mean I am using everything. I'm going to teach you harmonic patterns. I'm going to teach you all the harmonic patterns we have in the forex market, but I don't use them. I don't use them. Some people use them. Some people use them. I'm going to show you live examples of harmonic patterns, even though I don't use them. But because I have learned it, I can recognize one when I see one. I can recognize one that is wrong when I see one. I can recognize one that is right when I see one, even though I don't focus on it. But I use more of market structures. I use a little of market geometry. When we start talking about the Fibonacci, I use Fibonacci and all that. So what I'm saying is that everything you are learning, learn them very well. You never can tell what interest you have when you start your trading journey fully. Maybe by this time next year you might be more of an Elliott wave trader. All you care about is Elliott wave, Elliott wave. That's all you care about. Maybe by this time next year you realize that you love harmonic patterns. You like drawing patterns on your charts. You might just enjoy it. So I'm going to give you an assignment over the weekend, and by Monday I'm going to be following up on the group. And I really want you to do this if you really care about your learning. Number one, if you don't have your documents ready for your brokerage account, get them ready. Number two, if you have all your documents ready already, open your brokerage account over the weekend. Get your account set up over the weekend so that by Monday you can start trading with as low as 1,000 naira, or let me say $5, with as low as $5. So you can start practicing with as low as $5. Trust me, if you put as low as $5 in Nigerian currency, $5 is 1,800 naira. That's close to 2,000 naira. If I put 2,000 naira in a business, I wouldn't want to just blow away to 2,000 naira like that, even though it is small money. I would want to see how I can turn that $2,000 to 5,000 naira. I want to see how I can grow that 2,000 naira to 10,000 naira. So it will give you the sense of responsibility. But if you open a demo account, the sense of responsibility will not be there because you have nothing to lose. That is the but I have with demo account. So that's second assignment. Set up your account up and running so that by Monday you can send in 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira to start practicing, to start trading. Number three assignment is go over all the videos we've done this week. So far this week we've done 4 videos, and by this time next week we'll have altogether 8 videos. So before all the videos look too bulky for you to watch, go over all the 4 videos of this week over and over and over again. Try and milk all the lessons you can learn from those videos. If there is something that is not clear about any of the video, ask it on the group. You've seen that I am ready to answer all your questions on the group. I care more about your learning than anything else. And focus on go over the videos over and over. If you have questions, ask your questions on the group. And I think that is all the assignment I want to give you. You can see the assignment as something that would actually help you and make you a better trader. So let's call it a night. I hope you guys will enjoy your weekend, and I would like to keep in touch with you on the group. So have a blessed night and splendid weekend ahead.